Hear me out, children of grace and questionable decision makers. Welcome to Dear Choice, where we overthink on purpose. And since you're here and I'm here, let's talk. Oh, wait, who is that? Who is it? Mmm, one overthinker spotted. Come in here. Today, my fellow overthinkers, let's talk about a psychology. Every new year, a lot of us arrive unstructured, unplanned, or worse, armed with expectations that have no relationship with our reality. You see someone who has never earned 500,000 in a year, never saved 500,000 naira in profit, planning to buy a house, a car, and change their life in 12 months. And the plan is simple. God will provide. Now, hear me carefully. Expectation is not the problem, but how we expect matters. Because God is not a magician. God works in seasons. God does not ask you to pretend capacity doesn't exist. He asks you to recognize it. What season of life are you in right now? What is your current earning capacity? What load can you realistically carry in this season? God expects you to plan within that capacity while still anticipating growth. That is the balance. Because when favor comes, it doesn't land on chaos, no, it lands on, you guessed right, structure. You need to understand that favor doesn't hit confusion, it hits a person who already has foresight. Someone who already thought, if something opens up, this is how I will manage it. A lot of us want sudden breakthroughs, but we haven't built containers for them. So even when opportunities appear, we are overwhelmed, not elevated. Let me be honest with you. I used to do this too. I would enter a new year with no tangible results from the previous one, yet somehow I was planning global domination. I mean, shares like Dangote, wealth like Otedola, right? Outcomes with no process. Now, hear me. That is not faith. That is emotional escapism. Another thing we don't talk about enough. Many of us are carrying burdens that are too heavy alone. At first, they felt light because we assumed help would come, right? We assumed life would open up for someone else and the load would reduce. But what we were actually doing was forecasting a reality, not participating in building it. Life does not pause because you are tired. People mourn, yes, but life moves on. That is why wisdom says, don't disappear, don't suffer silently, reduce the load. You need to reduce the load now. Lessen the weight. Communicate with the people involved. Say This has become too much for me to carry. That single act does something powerful to your mental health. It brings your responsibilities back into alignment with your capacity. And suddenly, you breathe again. Now, let's talk practicality. Let's go into the practical aspect of what we are talking about, my fellow overthinkers. Say you run a POS business, for example. Don't spiritualize numbers. Look at location, expenses, margins. Maybe realistically, after 1 year, you can save 500,000 or 800,000 naira or 1 million naira in profits. Now that is wisdom, right? Because now you know what 1 month looks like, what 3 months looks like, what 1 year actually holds. But when you set expectations like, I will make 10 million naira this year, without no system, no skill, no structure, what happens? Month one passes, nothing dramatic happens, frustration, it sets in. Then withdrawal, then stress, then habits that quietly destroy you. From the outside, people think you're thriving. Inside, you are very much aware that you are you're drowning. Notice something. Businesses don't expect full recovery in 1 year. There is no firm business minded person who expects full recovery in business in 1 year. Sometimes even in 5. If they recover early, good year. If not, it is still part of the process. That is not failure. That is forecasting. They stick to reality, not hope disguised as planning. If you want to build on social media, for example, give it 1 year. You build your voice, you build your audience, you build consistency. If you want to study and work, give yourself a year to learn that skill properly. Then plan the next season from evidence, not emotion. Setting unrealistic expectations don't make you ambitious, they make you exhausted. Realistic planning doesn't make you small, it gives you room to grow. And God is not asking you to perform miracles, He's asking you to steward this season well. And when the next one opens, you will be ready. And since you're here, and I'm here, let's continue to overthink together. If this connected with you, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe.